Imagine walking into a giant library with no catalog, no search system, and no organization. And you need to find a book, but the only way to do it is to check every shelf manually. That is exactly what happens to your database when it doesn't have an index. But what if instead you could simply type the book title into a search bar and the system automatically tells you where to find it? That is what indexes does for your database. It makes finding data fast and efficient. Welcome back to our database optimization series. In this episode, we will uncover the power of indexing, how it speeds up your query, when to use different indexes type in MySQL. So, what is an index and why does it matter? Your indexes, they are like phone book. Instead of checking every single contact manually, you can just search for a name and jump straight to it. Without indexes, MySQL has to scan the entire table every time you search for something. But with indexes, MySQL can find what it needs exactly. So, how MySQL uses indexes? Here is a simple test. Let's run the same query with and without an index and check the MySQL execution time. Alright, so let's put this to test with a live demo. I have two tables, one with index and one without index. So let's create them. So I'm going to create table customers. This will be an integer auto increment. Make this our primary key. A voucher. Let's make this 255. The email, city, and this will be a voucher that they created at a date time. So let's create the other one. That will be customers with index. We now have two tables created here. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert 100,000 rows in both tables so we can have a good data set to work with. So I'm going to add another query, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to type this in, but I'm going to fast forward the process so I don't have to bore you with what I'm typing. So what we're going to do next is to add an index to the city column in the customer with index. So let's run a query without an index to analyze MySQL execution plan. So what we're going to do here is use the MySQL explain, select everything from customers, no index, where city goes to Los Angeles. Look at that. So MySQL is scanning all the 3,125 rows. This is slow and inefficient. But let's run the same query on the index table. So I'm just going to duplicate this with index, and we're going to run this. Now MySQL is using the index to filter the data efficiently, scanning just only 625 rows instead of the 3,125 rows. This query is like 10 times faster. Type of indexes in MySQL. Number one, the primary index. Every table has a primary index, which is usually the primary key. This is like a barcode system, and every code has a unique identifier, making lookups very efficient. Number two, the secondary indexes. Sometimes you want multiple ways to find data. Let's say you run a restaurant. You might organize your menu by the dish name. What if somebody wants to search by the price? That is exactly where secondary index come in. They provide alternative lookup paths for your data. Number three, composite index. What if you often search for customer by the first name and the last name? Instead of two separate indexes, you can create a composite index on first name, last name. This allows MySQL to search efficiently across both fields. Number four, the unique indexes. Unique indexes ensure no duplicate value exists in a column. They are perfect for fields like email address, ensuring users can't register twice with the same email address. Number five, full text indexes. If you're searching long text like say a blog post or a product description, normal indexes won't cut it. Instead, you can use a full text index which allow a fuzzy matching and a fast text search just like Google. When and how to use indexes efficiently. Always index columns in where, join, and other by clauses. Index the column you filter, join, or sort by frequently. This speed up searches significantly. Number two, avoid over-indexing. Too many indexes actually slows things down. Indexes are great, but too many can slow down and insert and update. Every time you write a new index, MySQL has to update all the indexes, adding overhead. Only keep the indexes you actually need. Number three, use composite index wisely. Use multi-column indexes where necessary, but remember, MySQL only use them effectively if query matches the column order in the index. Now that you understand how indexes make query faster, in the next episode, we'll explore how to analyze your query using MySQL Explain tool and optimize slow queries step by step. See you there.